Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you all had a good week because I sure did. I want to give you all my opinion on what everybody has been talking about. I've gotten several phone calls, messages. Of course, y'all know the DMs on fire. But the thing I want to talk about is the debate. The debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. But before I get into that, do me a favor and click the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel and or the audio podcast. The podcast is available on whatever podcast streaming platform you listen on. And also share it. Share this with your family and friends. Okay? Share it on social media. All right? Let's get my numbers up. Okay? Because a lot of you contact me wanting to know my opinions and things of that sort. And so give the people what they want. As my husband always say, give the people what they want. So here I am in my podcast studio giving you my opinion on the debate. But before we get into that, also I want to give you a warning. Okay? There may be some adult language in this episode because I'm going to give it to you like I feel it. All right. So let's get into it. So on Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, ABC, the network ABC, gave us the political rumble of the year. The debate, the presidential debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And honey, what a debate it was. It truly was. Okay. Just to put it bluntly, Kamala Harris torched Donald Trump. I mean, she came in there swinging like K-Dot. Wop, 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 wop. Gotta fuck him up. Trump, he wasn't ready. He found himself enrolled in the fuck around and find out club real quick. No membership card required. All right? So first up, the usual presidential niceties. The candidates meet to the middle of the stage. They walk over to meet each other at the middle of the stage. They're supposed to shake hands and pretend to like each other for about 5 seconds. But not Trump. Y'all know I call him Cheetolini. Now, he thought he could just come over there, strut on stage, ignoring Kamala like she wasn't there. But guess what? Kamala was with the shenanigans. So she cornered him at his own podium. She extended her hand out, said, Kamala Harris, let's have a good debate. Trump, shameful and silent. Kamala, like a boss. From that moment on, the power dynamic shifted. She commanded the stage. The first question went to her, and she dove right into her economic policies like a seasoned pro. Okay? Now, some say she dodged the question. I beg to differ. She knew exactly how to play the game. This is chess, not checkers. Okay? And even with Cheetolini's attempt to hog the mic, even though it was muted, he spoke 5 minutes more than she did. And in his 39 times of speaking, he lied more than 33 times. But she, cool, calm, and collected. Somebody had sent me something that said her when she pledged, AKA, that her line name was 3 Cube. Cool, calm, and collected. And that's what she presented to us. She didn't miss a beat. And old MAGA and the Republicans, they whining because Trump got fact-checked in real time. Why is he the only one getting fact-checked? Because he the only one lying. He was the only one lying. That's why he was the only one getting fact-checked. Anyway, it was about time somebody called him out on his decades of lying, criminality, and racial division. Okay? Let us not forget this whole run for president thing with Cittadini. It is his personal revenge tour because Barack Obama cracked a few jokes at his expense at a White House Correspondents' Dinner one year. For real. For real. But he has always been the same, rambling, lying, and stirring up mess where he can. Now we have this xenophobic, racist, misogynistic, sexist, convicted felon trying to run for president, and he's running for his freedom. He's running for his freedom. He's a desperate man. But the thing that perplexes me is convicted felons in certain states can't even vote, and yet can't even find a job, and yet can't even find housing, and yet we got this mediocre male, 34-time convicted felon, running for the most powerful position in this nation. Okay, but back to the debate. Kamala mollywopped him. By the end, that joker was gasping for air and talking about black people, Haitians eating dogs and cats. And when he was fact checked on it, he said, but I saw it on TV like a 4-year-old child. Not only that, he made up some nonsense about Democrats wanting to abort babies after they're born, after the 9th month. Where they do that at? Where? Fact checked again. There's not a state in this country that does that. And mega whining, no, he getting fact checked. He lying. He making up stuff. But anyway, the bottom line is Kamala Harris won that debate, period. She won it. How could she not? We watch intellect versus stupidity. We watch silk press versus the toupee. Huh? We watched Black Girl Magic versus mediocre male. Huh? What did you see? What did you witness? Because I was in a state of shock for a matter of days. Because first of all, I've supported Kamala Harris. I've supported her first presidential run when she had to drop out of the race, not because she wasn't liked, but she ran out of money. Her campaign ran out of money. But we show donating this time though. We making sure that she don't run out of money. And let me tell you, if you're not following Kamala HQ, you need to follow that. You need to follow that handle on all social media platforms. If you're a Kamala Harris fan. If you're a fan, okay? If she's the candidate of your choice. She's the candidate of my choice because I prefer intellect over stupidity. All right? I prefer a educated woman over a numbskull. Okay? And for all of you, as I said in my last episode, all of you talking about America ain't ready for no black woman. The hell America not? Past ready. Was ready when Hillary Clinton ran. Hillary ain't black, but we were ready at that time. But the polls kept showing that Hillary had it in a bag. So a lot of people, got complacent and got content and didn't go out and vote. But I will tell you this, as it has been said on numerous occasions, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the windows, to the walls. Hey, I like that guy, Tim Walz. I like him. You know, I do. I like that ticket. When they first chose that ticket, I was like, oh, we got us a progressive ticket. And what I've noticed is they're kind of, moving to the center. I ain't gonna, some people say to the right. No, they're moving to the center. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because we have more in common than what separates us. As she said a number of times on that debate stage. That is true. That is true. And jumping off with all the calls and everything, white women for Kamala Harris, women with black women was the first one. It was a springboard for everybody else. It was women with black women first, and I was one of the 44,000 on that call. And then we had black men for Harris. We got cat ladies for Harris. I seen something the other day that said cussers for Harris. I might need to join that one. But we're still organizing, and we're still volunteering, and we're still doing things to make sure that our candidate get placed in office. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Donald Trump sat up there on that stage and let Kamala Harris bait him at every beck and turn, and she knew it. She knew it. And as she baited him, she put out bits and pieces of her policy. You see, some of us are looking for policy. And I'm going to tell you, if you go to her website, kamalaharris.com, you can see exactly what her policies are. You're going to see the bullet points, but also when you click on it, it drops down and it gives you a description of what the policy is. Okay? In that regard, if you're a Trump supporter and want to support Donald Trump, go to his website. And all you see is bullet points and incomplete sentences. I as an educator, I cannot do it. He is comical, he is funny, and he is dangerous. Let me say that again. He is comical, he is funny, he's hilarious, and he's dangerous. We cannot have a person like him, who is a convicted felon, by the way, leading our country. As Kamala Harris said in the debate, international leaders think this man is a disgrace. And in my opinion, he is. Okay? Just by some of the things that he's done that just don't line up with the values of our country, with the values of our Constitution. You got people on his side saying that women shouldn't be allowed to vote. The 19th Amendment. And if you're a black woman, you do understand we didn't get that right until 1965. Okay? So understand something. We're not that far removed from that time period. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I didn't realize we were just the generation over, or a decade over from the civil rights movement ending, right? And so with that being said, the Supreme Court is running amok. And it is running amok because we got 3 justices on there that the Heritage Foundation and, they did, and I'm trying to think of the name of the organization, handpicked for Donald Trump to put up there. Those people lied during their hearings about leaving precedent, not president, but, the law of the land, and they got up there and they overturned Roe. They got up there, they start stripping more rights, voting rights, affirmative action. They taking rights away. And not only that, now we got this clown named Edward Bloom, white guy, billionaire, and convinced Asians, that's how they got overturned with the affirmative action got overturned. He convinced the Asians that they will, because black people have affirmative action, that's the reason you're not getting into Ivy League schools. And so they sued, and that's how that got stripped. Okay? Only to find out, because people love to become part of that fuck around and find out club. They can't even get into Harvard even now after they won. Okay? So we got too many people drinking the Kool-Aid. Too many people drinking the Kool-Aid and falling for the okie doke. But I understand that the reason why I vote, that's what my shirt say, is because I understand the civil rights movement didn't happen overnight. It took years. When we vote, change don't happen overnight. Change is slow. The only time change is fast is in your own life. Okay? It's in your own life and you make it that way. But the only thing that is constant is change. Okay? I'm not getting ready to vote for a candidate who's willingly stripping our rights from us. I used to tell my students, we vote to keep the rights that we have, so the next generation will have something to build upon. Okay? And we vote with the hope that things will change. Okay? That's why we vote. And sometimes things happen. There are a number of people that have gotten their student loans forgiven. Even though the Supreme Court struck it down, Republicans putting, I'm sorry that my mic is popping. Republicans are suing different states, going to the appeals courts, then the Supreme Court to get things done. Understand something. When Trump was in office, because all this stuff he's trying to do now, why he didn't do it the 4 years he was in office. Like y'all trying to say about the vice president. Don't even understand the roles. Anyway, if he was that kind of president, he would have got it done the first time he was in office. So, no, he's not my candidate of choice. If he's yours, then so be it. You know, I'll leave y'all to that. I'm not here to try to argue nobody, win nobody over, or any of that. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just keeping it real. And the facts are that in the black community, because he talking about she turned black, that was just ignorant. This man has said and done so much. I cannot ignore it, and I cannot overlook it. Even if I benefit from Republican policies, I care much more about people. I do have an empathetic spirit. This man has none. All right. So when I look at Kamala Harris and when I look at Tim Walz, I see people of empathy, and I see people of power. I don't see weakness. I don't. I see competence. I see experienced. That's what I see. And I see lifting up people. I see lifting up others. I see giving others the opportunity to become all that they can be. That's what I see. I see inclusion. I see diversity. I see equity. Because some people don't understand on the right what equity means. But just look up the textbook definition. Just use the textbook definition of equity. But I'll put it to you this way. The thing about empathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes to understand how that person feels. And Chena Lini is devoid of empathy. And to me, as a leader, you cannot be devoid of empathy. And this is the United States of America. The United States of America. That means whoever we put in office, they are the president for us all. For us all. I've heard some ignorant brothers, and I'm talking about black men, saying some of the dumbest stuff. about why they can't vote for this black woman. And personally, that's on you, player. We're going to leave you to your struggle. Because I'm sick of it. All the news keep talking about that mainstream media, black men don't vote. That is a lie. Black men vote. They vote. But there's a lot of black men that do not understand the patriarchy and how the patriarchy plays into white supremacy. All right? And I'm going to tell y'all something. Donald Trump is a white supremacist to his core. That is my opinion based on facts. We don't have to look far to find those facts. We don't. Kamala Harris during the debate, she presented the case against Donald Trump. And she presented her policies. And what did Trump tell y'all about his policies and plans? He has concepts. For 9 years, this man been telling us about a beautiful health plan. And he has concepts. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not how I run my life. And that doesn't give me comfort. So yes, I've looked at his policies, but I will never forget that he's racist. And I will never forget that he's sexist. And see, that's 2 strikes against me already. Just like he tried to walk out on that stage and ignore that black woman, and she went right over there and got in his face and let him know, this is how you say my name. And this is who I am. You got something to say about me, say it to my face. Because I'm going to tell you something. When she went over there and snatched that power from him, when she started out speaking, she was a little nervous, but baby, she was all right. Because she knew she had then shifted the power. She shifted the dynamic of power. And that is how you win a debate. And I'm going to tell you something. Howard University. Okay, now. Howard University. Okay? Howard University. Letitia James. Howard University. Fannie Willis. Howard University. Kamala Harris. Okay, now. Let me tell y'all something. Listen to black women. Listen to black women. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Like DJ Khaled. You either win with us or watch us win. And on that note, I am done. I am the Realist Winn, Valerie Winn, and this has been the Melanin Reset Podcast. Until next time.
It's the money.